the Mega Powers explode.
It's time, Michael.
Do not make any sudden moves.
Get away from him! And where the hell's Corkscrew?
Halloween.
Wolfman's got narc!
Rest in peace.
This podcast is brought to you by our amazing supporters at Patreon. Visit patreon.com/dissectingthe80s to learn how you can get more than 20 bonus episodes of this show, and now a bonus episode every single month. That's right. First of the month, the episode comes out on Patreon, and on the 15th-ish, we have our episode here on the main feed. This one, obviously, a little bit late. Life gets in the way, as it were, as you podcast. Earlier this month, we had The Witches, and our next episode will be the John Candy film Armed and Dangerous with the always great Eugene Levy.
Love him.
So we'll be doing that on the 1st.
Does Catherine O'Hara also make an appearance? Because I know that they are all friends.
I don't know. They're all SCTV people.
Yeah.
And in doing research for, of course, next month, Candied Yams, I found out that John Candy really can play the clarinet.
Oh.
That's why he plays the clarinet in Home Alone.
Oh, I think I did know that.
Anyway, patreon.com/dissectingthe80s. Bonus episodes of this show every single month. Over there on the Patreon, $5 and up. We sign up, you instantly get everything we've ever posted there, all of the old monthly newsletters, which we've phased out, but we're still doing the monthly episodes. So you get that episode every single month, and you instantly unlock all of the back episodes. You get a custom RSS feed so you can listen to it in your favorite podcast player. You don't have to do a new thing and learn how to do it and all that, blah, 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 blah. It goes right into whatever one you're listening to right now. Patreon.com/dissectingthe80s. $5 a month. It's about the, what is that? Like a cup? I'm not a coffee out person. Is that a cup of coffee? I think that's a cup of coffee.
I think it could be, depending on the size and stuff, yeah.
I think that's a cup of coffee. So a cup of coffee a month, you get a bonus episode of Dissecting the 80s. What could go wrong? Patreon.com/dissectingthe80s. Welcome to Dissecting the 80s. I am Trip Lano, one half of the Mega Podcasting Powers. And with me, as always, a man who maybe can get enough of the stuff. I'm not certain. The Macho Man Drew.
Andrew Lano. I mean, I would have been tricked. Honestly, our household would have been tricked in the 90s.
Oh my God. We would have, I mean, not even a question. The number of Snackwells.
Yep, Snackwells.
Fudge Devil's Food Cakes. This boy, these boys.
We never had the diarrhea chips, though. I feel like
we absolutely had the
then
diarrhea chips.
Then how did none of us
diarrhea chips?
How do I not have traumatic memories of getting awful diarrhea from chips?
We had the diarrhea chips in Dorito, in Ruffle, in Cheeto.
Oh, wait, hang on. I didn't know like big. I thought it was like this brand of chip came out with the diet chip. I didn't know it was like Dorito. It was Frito-Lay's.
It was the Frito-Lay Corporation.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like a oneer trying to do something and then quietly disappeared.
No, sir. This was the biggest brand in the world.
Then I'm shocked I don't have traumatic memories of eating too many chips.
So here's the thing. Not everyone got, and I'm quoting the packaging, anal leakage.
Well, so it's the same. Not the same exact thing, but like I was doing keto for a while, and sugar-free snacks, a lot of them use sugar alcohol. And if you overindulge in sugar alcohol, it's the same fucking thing.
If you look up sugar-free gummy bears,
the Amazon reviews are priceless.
Yeah, there's some very funny Amazon reviews. Probably mostly fake, but still funny.
Some of them are. I'm going to say some of them are real. It's probably 30% are real.
I just can't imagine a situation where you are just pooping everything out, just like emptying the vessel, and you're like, you know what I want to do the day after is write a snarky Amazon review.
I mean, maybe you want to warn people. I don't know, but.
Yeah,
it either makes your like stomach cramp as if you've just been punched in the stomach by a boxer, or you have awful diarrhea.
Yeah, I remember the chips because who didn't love the premise of Doritos, but you can eat infinity.
Yeah, I mean, yes, please.
Yeah. And so we definitely had the WoW chips.
I don't remember those.
We definitely had the WoW chips. I don't recall them like causing violent stomach problems for me. So perhaps I just wasn't one of those people.
Yeah.
But I don't think we were like I don't think it was like we were, diehards. Like once the news came out that these were potentially devastating, I think Mom probably stopped buying them, but they absolutely were in our house. But yeah, I just like, every diet-based snack
Skinny cow
thing oh sure, those are cheeses, right?
No,
or ice cream.
Skinny Cow's ice cream, and they might do cheeses, but I think they're mostly ice cream.
I was thinking of Laughing
Cow.
That's the cheese. Yeah. The issue, it's like, oh, this ice cream sandwich only has 70 calories, ergo I'll eat 2 of them. It's like, well, then you have just eaten an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
You have defeated the purpose of the.
But you've eaten more
exercise.
ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, it is exactly the thing from The Good Place, which I think is the funniest line on that show, where it's like, why does heaven have frozen yogurt? And it's like, well, we discovered that humans like if you take something great and make it a little worse, but you can have a lot more of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I say that my wife likes froyo, and I'm not a big fan, and every time it comes up, I say that to her.
I kind of miss the froyo craze because
she also misses the froyo craze.
Because when I was in college, there was one in town in Westchester. It was kiwi, and it's been changed to something else. Cause I drove past it the other day, and the other month, and I texted my best friend from college, and I was like, "Girl, it's not kiwi anymore. There's no froyo." But there is a froyo near me that like 2 days a week does flat rate rather than scale, like weighed.
Okay.
And so I've gone on those days. Not that I eat I don't make a mountain of an ice cream cup.
Oh, they would be like, fuck, we can't do this anymore. It would be like when I was in high school, I'm sure I told this story in the podcast, and us football players who weren't drinking beer went to, it was called Lasordas at the time. I forget what it's called now. Weeso's, I think, the name of the restaurant in downtown, that had like 15-cent wings. Mm-hmm. And we would go in, and each 2 guys would order 100 or more. And they would bring out a pizza tray just like stacked with chicken wings, and we would just demolish. It's like you'd start doing the math on how many chicken souls that I have eaten over time just from wings, and it's like, ooh, a little grim.
Yeah, we don't think too hard about that one.
It's like you have an 8-piece chicken wing, and that's 2 birds, you know. But it was like the scene in Remember the Titans where they're like, pancakes. Titans eat free, and then they're like, Titans eat here, and it was like they were like, okay, the wings are now $0.25 and you must buy beer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the same situation for sure.
Yeah, with the fro. Yeah,
with the fro. Whereas like I would be in there like. It would be like Pauly Shore's character in a Goofy movie. The Leaning Tower of Cheese.
The problem is like I'm not gonna eat that much, and so like I would get it home and be like, well, what do I do? Like I'm not gonna put a lid.
Pop that bad boy.
I'm gonna put a lid on this froyo and put it in the freezer.
I'm gonna parcel it into multiple Tupperwares.
I've done that before with like Ritas, but the problem is. You have to then like
hard as a rock.
I think froyo is similar. Like you have to figure out the right time length to leave it on the counter so that it becomes the correct consistency.
Yeah, my beef with the froyo places is you go in there and they give you a cup that holds 24 ounces of liquid. Obviously, froyo not 1-to-1 to liquid, but it's an enormous cup so that you overfill it. And you're like, it's hard to tell how much you've put in the thing. And then they're like, okay, put some Reese's cups on top of it or whatever.
Put brownie
very
pieces.
Heavy things. Right. And it's like, oh, your treat is $17, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. My trick is just always to swirl the bottom flat.
I see.
And that's sort of like a good baseline for like a good few bites, and then it's like, all right, if I want extra, I'll do another swirl on top of that. But people who try and get cute with it, try to do the Dole Whip of it all.
Yeah,
that's where you get ruined.
Disaster. Anyway, all that to say, in our household, there would have been carton after carton.
The downstairs fridge would have been full of stuff.
Yeah, our secondary storage, food storage, would have been the stuff, and we all would have turned into monsters.
100%.
I do love I've seen this movie once a long time ago, directed by Larry Cohen, who is like a B movie guy, independent.
The third Cohen brother.
Yeah. And the lead actor here is Michael Moriarty, which I don't know this. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find the answer, but I was genuinely wondering if my friends call me Mo was just actually the truth. Oh,
I would believe that.
And that they just put it in the movie. is a prolific character actor who I've seen in basically nothing else he's been in, but he is in an episode of Masters of Horror that Larry Cohen directed, which I am gonna check out. Of course, you asked that question.
I know a handful of those.
The one that Larry Cohen directed, of course.
Not gonna help.
Pick Me Up. The oldest killer is a trucker whose victims are usually the hitchhikers he picks up along the way.
Oh, I think that's the one with Eliza Dushku.
Maybe he plays the truck driver in it,
or not. It's either not. Maybe it's Fairuza Balk, but like she's the one.
It is Fairuza Balk. It is Fairuza Balk. I haven't seen it. Don't tell me the plot. I haven't seen it.
You just it's a killer.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you were telling me some twist about Fairuza Balk.
No, there's no twist. It's just there's two killers like competing basically.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's the mouse in the game.
He plays the truck driver in that. I liked him enough that I like want to go check that out because I've been doing a lot of horror anthology episodes because I don't have time to watch movies right now. I've been like trying to squeeze in what I can get.
Totally fair.
So horror anthologies have been good. I watched an episode of Fear Itself with Elizabeth Moss that was
I like that one.
Very like it's good. It's very like 2000s green horror.
Yeah,
where, like,
green blue
green filter. Mm-hmm. But it was spooky enough that like watching it on my phone in bed, gave me the heebie-jeebies a little before bed, which I was looking for.
Apparently that one is a remake of the British version of that show. Like the British version of that show has that episode.
There's a British version of that? I thought it was just a continuation of Masters of Horror.
That's what I thought, but apparently it is also a like American version of I think it's an American version of a British show. At least the Elizabeth Moss episode is like directly taken from a different source.
Okay. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. Anyway, can you tell we're going to have a hard time talking about this stuff?
Well, it's not like the movie gave us a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So here, this is, I was getting into this a little bit, so B-movie guy, Larry Cohen. There was an interesting story as I was looking this up that probably like 15 or 20 years ago at this point, a film festival, I want to say in Denver, got a print of this. And as they were like checking the print, the 35 millimeter print, they were like, there's a bunch of scenes in here I don't recognize. And it turned out to be this work print that was just mistakenly like filed away. And so there is a like 2-hour cut of this movie, which I don't really have interest in watching, but I am so sure is better. And I'm sure is better because this is one of those movies where you're watching it, you're like, oh, this bad boy was fucking sliced and diced. It's way before him, but this is a Harvey Weinstein-esque like chop job where it's just like move this picture along, whatever. He was a horrible person for being a sex pest, but he also was horrible at editing movies and ruining them. But as you're watching this, it's like it seems like they were like, okay, this is like 105 minutes, and they're like, absolutely not. We got to get to 88, and let's just like cut.
Like you would think, like I would be like, can we make in 95 minutes, like. We can afford the extra 8 minutes on this movie because it's almost like an incomplete more than a failure.
Yes.
And it is whiplash, and it is also like probably the most media of in media res I've ever seen in a movie.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you don't even get like the the Jurassic Park they're digging. You just get an old man. It opens in an old man in a quarry, sticking his finger into goo and eating it. And I was like, this is on Plex. Like, is this a bad, like what? And I was like, no, this is just how it starts.
Oh, you watched it there. So I actually watched a VHS strip of this that is on archive.org, which is not something I've ever done for the podcast before. I thought I sent it to you. So I
think you did, but I just Googled.
Okay. But I was like, this is kind of a fun thing to try, and it had trailers on it, none of which were particularly interesting. And then it had like, some tracking issues periodically, but it was like kind of fun to watch a VHS rip.
Yeah. I always like when it's like, this person's parents recorded this movie on TV, and then you get like this snapshot of commercials too. It's fun.
Yeah. There was a movie we watched a ton as a kid that was definitely a movie of the week at December, Thanksgiving, January times, because it had the commercial where the kid turns from a snowman into a kid over chicken noodle soup.
Oh yeah.
And I remember that commercial like really vividly from it being like poorly tracked on a VHS tape.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. Like I know we had Super Fudge was one we had on tape.
Oh sure. We had we had a huge collection of taped off the TV movies. That was like a big thing in our house. Anyway. as you said, we start with this mystery goo building up. The old man,
like you couldn't even give me
person.
30 seconds of an establishing shot of like just men swinging pickaxes as you track along, and then the goop is there.
Or like I don't know, like can we get a meteor strike? Is this like because they say it's alien, but it's like in the Earth. Like, can we get the Blob-esque meteor landing? Like the Blob did it in 1958 on no money. It's not like it cost that much money to pull that off.
Or you know what would have been like even like better? I don't want to say better, different. If it was like 1928 or whatever, when it like X years before this movie happens. We see it, we see where it lands, and then it cuts to like present day or whatever, and it's the same place. So like that's how it's.
What I really want is like a montage of the stuff is like primordial, and so it's like
with the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs eat this stuff. Cavemen eat this stuff. A British, like the what am I thinking of here? Sacagawea. Lewis and Clark are like on an expedition and they're eating the stuff, like the stuff through the centuries is what the Civil War stuff,
or like the Donner Party actually ate the stuff, and like that's what happened.
Yes. They'll love that idea. I think that would be super entertaining. Obviously, like they do not have the budget for a bunch of different period costumes for this movie, so I'm never happening. But I do think that would be a funny idea. But my other big thing with this movie is like. The actors are all over the place. Like Paul Sorvino is a guy who I have seen be great.
Yeah.
And in this movie, he is a wreck. And as we've talked about many times, like that is obviously indicative of the director. And I'm not trying to be shitty to Larry Cohen. It's just like he didn't know what was going on, or Paul Sorvino didn't respect him, or any combination thereof. I think the only person in this movie who is like doing a pretty good performance that is logical for the film is the woman who plays
Nicole?
I forgot her name, but I think that's right. The director of the Stuff commercials. She is like the only person in this who is like bringing some like normal person acting into the movie. Everybody else is doing just the weirdest possible shit at all times.
Mo is given real like coked out Benoit Blanc.
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, what I was thinking with him, he strikes me as the situation like I obviously know he's a prolific character actor, but if I didn't know that, I would think he was a local hire who got hired because he had a weird cadence and they thought it was interesting and they just hired him. Like he does regional theater or something like that. Or honestly, like he's like a car salesman and the guy was just like, you got something, I want to put you in my movie.
Can definitely see that.
And the kid actor, Scott Bloom, who plays Jason, is like, very bad. Like he doesn't get asked to do much and he still barely can do it.
Well, he didn't really do much after this.
No.
His brother, the guy who plays his brother with the crazy eyes, did quite a lot after this movie. Like he was in an episode of The Nanny. Okay. He did a lot of like one-offs on TV mostly, but
okay. Jason has a lot of day player parts in or not a lot. He's only been in a total of 10 things, but it's like he's like FBI agent number 3 in Smokin' Aces, desk guard in John Q. It's just like kind of a funny set of, it's like movies that played on TNT all of the time.
Yes.
But anyway, he's Jason the kid here. He goes downstairs in his house, opens the fridge. There's a carton of the stuff, and he thinks he sees it moving.
Yeah, that's the thing. So literally, we see an old man touch the goop and be like, what is this? This tastes great. And he gets some other guy to taste it. And he's like, everyone's going to want to taste this. And the next shot, it's already in someone's home. So,
right.
What are they, 6 months? Like, that's got to, like, you don't just like design packaging and create like, and do all that in a minute. Like, so it's been a couple months.
Exactly. Yeah. And I assume that these scenes were filmed and deleted. Like part of the thing there was no like scene by scene breakdown, but part of the thing that they said about the longer cut is that the romance is fleshed out more between Nicole and Mo, and that there's just like a lot more backstory, which like, of course there's like none.
There's zero. Yeah. His dad is like weirdly aggressive.
Yes. Yeah. Which I think is supposed to be like, oh, the stuff has already taken him over, but we don't know that because it's 6 minutes into this movie.
We've never met this man before, so we have no frame of reference. Like if Jason was watching a home movie before he went downstairs of like a very happy-go-lucky family moment, then we would understand that like that's weird. But like when you meet a character and he's an asshole, you have no reason to assume that that's that's strange or weird.
Right. Agreed. Larry Cohen, by the way, directed Full Moon High, previous episode.
Oh yeah.
And the other one that he's famous for is Q the Winged Serpent, which I have almost put on like 40 times.
Yeah, that's another one that's like been on my list forever.
Yeah, and I just never get to it. I love that it like leaps directly to we're doing industrial spies.
Well, no, it leaps directly into filming a commercial for the stuff, and then we get to the spies.
I really? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. No, because I was like, what the hell is happening?
Because doesn't Mo get hired and then approach the Nicole?
Because we don't see this. It's the first one. You don't see cameras. You just see a woman.
Right. It's just the commercial
holding the stuff, spiking the camera, being like, "When I was a girl, I used to eat ice cream, but now I only eat the stuff. The stuff is great. I love the stuff." And then it cuts to these CEOs on a boat, and I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah. And the other thing I find very confusing, which we'll get, this is like jumping ahead a little bit, but the stuff is kept both in the fridge and
is
the
it
freezer.
Shelf stable? Like what?
It definitely seems to be in the refrigerated section, but then there's guys making like a stack 50 cartons high above a refrigerator, so like that certainly isn't refrigerated unless it's just like a display. And then in another section, it's definitely in the freezer. And everyone says it's like an alternative to ice cream. But when you watch people eat it, it looks to be somewhere between marshmallow fluff and sour cream in consistency.
Yeah, so I think they used a number of things for it. Like it was marshmallow fluff and yogurt, and some cases was like tofuti, I think it's called. It's like a soy ice cream.
A soy ice cream, yeah.
So it's kind of like they use just like a number of different things, which like I gotta hand it to them. It looks delicious.
I don't think it does. I think it's like, to me, I'm like, what flavor is it? Like, why is there no sprinkles?
Sweet. I think it looks like marshmallow. Like I'm like, oh, it's just marshmallow fluff. It's like a sweet marshmallow flavor.
Yeah. As a person who's like ambivalent plus on a marshmallow, that doesn't super appeal to me.
Yeah, again, assuming it wasn't actually addictive and a drug, I probably wouldn't eat like a lot of it, but I'd have a few spoonfuls here and there.
Well, like the way it's pitched is like there's basically no calories, so you can just eat infinite of it, and it tastes really good. Yeah. So it's like, oh, sure. It's like, of course, everyone wants to eat this.
Yeah, it feels like it could have been an episode of like a weird. It's in the same universe as that episode of Cabinet of Curiosities with the moisturizer.
Oh, sure. With Kate McCucci,
yeah.
Is that who it is?
I love that episode.
Yeah. Is that Substance adjacent, as someone who has seen The Substance?
Similar, yeah. I mean, people, apparently, according to Wikipedia, people compare this movie to The Substance, and I'm like, I don't really see it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing with this movie is people are like, oh, it's not really a horror movie. It's supposed to be like this commentary on capitalism and is
so
like
as they live.
Right. Well, but they're like, no, it's a comedy. And I'm like, well, it's not really funny. Like, there's not really jokes in this movie. It's definitely like horror
to
coded.
Me, I laughed a few times. Like,
I'm not saying it's like I'm not saying there's a dearth of entertainment in it. I'm just saying it's like it's not a comedy. Like, they're not rat-a-tat-tatting, are they? Do you think this is a comedy?
I think it's a horror comedy.
Interesting.
Because
okay.
like the way they write mom to be as if she's in a commercial. Like, to me, that's very funny. That like in real life, she's talking. She's like spiking to a camera that isn't in her home, which to me is very funny.
I felt like 50% of the times I was laughing, it was not necessarily that I was supposed to be laughing.
It could be,
if that makes sense. Yeah,
I'm genuinely shocked that this movie has never gotten a remake of some kind. Like, it's perfect. It seems like it's a great concept. Right. It's got good bones.
Yeah. Right.
It's a disaster the first time, so like it can only go up.
Right. And a lot of people really love this movie. I was looking on Letterboxd, and some of the people I follow was like 4.5 with a like. And I think if we got this at the right time, I would feel that way about it. I would feel like a real fondness.
I enjoy it. I still think it's an incomplete and a mess, but I enjoy this movie.
But like, imagine that you and I watched this when you were 10-ish and I was 15-ish. I think we would like hold
it would be a very
different
set of emotions.
but like in the same way that we have a deep love for Army of Darkness, which to be fair is like, and the Evil Dead movies, which to be clear are like, no offense to Larry Cohen, way better than this movie, like directed by a burgeoning master. I think it would like hit in the same way because it would be like that era of nostalgia and whatever. And I saw this movie the first time in my 20s and I haven't seen it since. So
yeah,
I had a friend who really loved this movie and I remembered like kind of liking it, and they were just like really gung ho about it and not wanting to be like a yum yucker. I was like, yeah, it's good. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the stuff.
I would even be fine to do it as a mini series. Like,
sure. I mean, it would be that now.
Because then you could do like one episode is like the today and the setup and the build up. And then it ends with them like confronting the CEO. The next episode is the stuff through the ages that he tells, because he knows it all. I
think it should be an anthology series where each episode is like the stuff in a different era.
I do like that. It's like how I want the Predator movies to just be different time periods forever.
They do the animated one is that.
There's an animated Predator?
Yeah, it came out on Hulu like a month ago.
It's animated? Like
it's animated and it's like 3 stories. Like one is feudal Japan, one is
it like computer generated or hand, like more cartoony, or
I'm sure it's computer generated.
But I mean, it's
the animation doesn't look
like CG. I mean, is it like CG or like cartoony?
It's stylized. Like the feudal Japan one like looks like sort of anime-ish.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was an animated one. But yeah, like put the Predator on a boat. Like there's pirates and the Predator shows up on the pirate ship, like, or Marie Antoinette.
I mean,
times.
Prey fucking ruled.
Prey was great.
And the guy
it was so good.
Dan Trachtenberg made Prey. He made the animated movie, and he also made the young hot Predator movie that's coming out right now. So, you know, I think the franchise is in good hands.
Yeah.
Does that say dual-handed shakes? Is there somebody eating the stuff in both hands?
I mean, I don't know, because we're on the boat now.
Yeah. Okay. He shakes hands with one guy with his right hand and one guy with his left hand. That's what it is.
Because he's a coked out Benoit Blanc.
Right. He's just like this Moriarty character is so strange. And he starts in with this like slick spy talk, which is like really gibberishy. And then he starts just like listing off things that these men did recently. And they're like, what the hell? And he's like, oh yeah, I bugged every one of you.
Wild stuff. But of course it's CEOs being like, we want to steal the product and quote unquote improve upon the product, which is just like, that's what you do. You let people fall in love with something, you buy the company, and then you ruin the product.
Yes. And then they cut right from this boat to Jason's house again. And this section of the movie looks like it was shot on VHS. Like it's so weirdly lit and sort of grainy looking. And this is where I was like, okay, the stuff is supposed to be an ice cream competitor, but it's kept in the fridge. Like that is just a different energy, you know?
Yeah. So it's kind of like this is going to get very specific. So like if you've ever accidentally left ice cream out on the counter and there's a point in between ice cream solid and liquid where it's like very fluffy and not foamy, but like because there's a lot of air in it, that you get kind of like that texture. I would say it's that midpoint between soup and solid.
Yeah. Or if you were to take the Edie's ice cream directly out of the freezer, it would be that texture.
Sure.
My wife makes fun of me so much for my real lifelong disdain of Edie's ice cream.
I don't even...
Dryers, for those of you on the West Coast.
Oh, is it one of those?
With a D. Well, Dryers and Breyers were founded very similarly, but one was an East Coast company, one was a West Coast company. And so when Dryers, Edie's on the West Coast, tried to come East Coast, Breyers was like, So they had to become Edie's, I assume, like east of the Mason-Dixon, basically.
Like Hellman's has that weird, like, great
Best
foods?
Foods.
Best foods?
Best Foods, yeah.
Weird.
I'm a Duke's man now. I've totally switched allegiances. I grew up a Hellman's boy, now I'm a Duke's man.
I'm Hellman's and sometimes Kewpie.
Have you had the Dukes?
I have. It's because Duke's is what's at Rofo, Royal Farms.
Yeah.
For people who aren't weirdos like me.
Duke's has no sugar in it. Total game changer for me on the mayo front. And not even like I'm avoiding sugar. I just think it tastes better. Anyway, they're trying to reverse engineer the stuff. And they cut from that to the second commercial, which is just like exactly 1985. Oh, happy 40th birthday for this stuff, by the way. That's why we're
See,
doing
to me, the commercials don't feel real until you see the basketball one later. All the other ones, I'm like, I don't know what we're doing here.
the ones where it's like the models walking down the runway in the ridiculous outfits,
Yeah, in fur coats and bathing suits, holding the stuff, and I was
really
like,
weird combo.
huh, okay.
Mo sidles up to Nicole, the director. He starts sweet talking her.
Yeah. Oh, and we missed the family scene where mom is acting like she's in a commercial for the stuff.
Oh, right. Jason won't eat it.
He like smacks it against the wall because he's like, I won't eat it. There's something wrong with it. And she cleans it off the cabinet and spikes to an invisible camera like, no spots, no calories, fat free, good for you, and it doesn't stain. Could it get any better? Like,
yeah. Already being taken over, obviously. Yeah. Mo sweet talks the director and is like, I'm going to buy your whole agency. There's a pretty good back and forth with them where they're trying to figure out, like, she's like, oh, I'm going to go out on a date with this man to try to get him to buy my company. And he's like, should we take your limo or mine? Or she asked that question. He's like, I bet mine's bigger. She's like, oh, okay.
Well, I also like that he fully interrupts the shoot mid-shot and isn't just immediately escorted out.
Yes.
It's clearly like the last shot that she's trying to get, and he's like, I say, can we stop for 5 minutes?
I got important business to discuss with you.
I was like, you can wait. Then, like, I'm an important business lady.
Did you see the drawing of the martini on the slate? This is the last shot of the day. Jason goes to the grocery store and just wrecks shop.
He also fully eats shit in the first scene.
Oh, he does.
He does knocks it out of a kid's hand, and then he goes to run away, and poor thing clearly trips on this like aisle cardboard display of something else.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have to keep that in the movie.
Yeah, you didn't. You could have cut around this for sure. But also, it's one of those, like, I've said this before, of, like, I really love watching someone destroy a stained glass window in a movie. Like, there's something very satisfying about that. Seeing a big store display just get knocked over like bowling pins, like, right up there for me.
It's like that scene in Zombieland.
Yes. But I'm just thinking, like, every time you go into like football season and they make like a field goal posts out of the boxes of soda, and I'm just like, boy, would it be fun to just watch this thing.
Or when they make a pattern with it, and you're like, well, the one that I want is the middle part of this fucking pattern.
I just, seeing all those cans go tumbling and spraying and stuff, very satisfying. Oh yeah. So Mo meets the FDA guy
with a strange acting dog.
Yeah, and it's like, is this supposed to be that the stuff put this dog here to watch this guy, or is it that just he feeds the?
I think it's just that he feeds the dog the stuff.
Okay,
and we get real the shark in Jaws 4, because after this scene, the dog starts to growl at the FDA guy, and he talks to it as if it's understanding human American English.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, nah, come on, boy. I'll get you the stuff. It's right here. Hold on.
And then it knocks him over. He tries to call someone. I think FBI or something. The dog knocks him over, and then there's an insert shot, like a purposeful insert shot of the dog going to the phone cord of the wall and ripping it out of the wall.
Pulling the phone out, yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's like the stuff is taking over his brain.
It's just funny that the dog is also like, is also that level of stuffed.
Yeah, it's like what is that drone? What is that bug that lays eggs in the other brain and takes over?
I think
something drone.
I think drone something.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. I also like that Mo starts talking to this guy and he's like, "Oh, let me go get those papers for you." And Mo goes in his kitchen and it is just like wall to wall the stuff on the shelf and the fridge and the cabinet,
all over the table.
Yeah. I also love, like, as you said, the speed at which this stuff, like, gins up into being a product is absurd. There's, like, the stuff shops. There's, like
an ice cream stand?
But there's, like, ice cream stands, but then there is, like, a brick and mortar business that just sells the stuff.
Yeah, like an ice cream store. Like a Dairy Queen.
But it's like... But it's like in the same way that you can go to like a Jenny's or a Van Leeuwen and buy a pint, or you could go to the grocery store and buy that pint. But it's like that, except it's not like there's like a cone and they put the stuff on it. It's just like they sell you a carton of the stuff. It's like, what is the purpose of this? Why wouldn't you just buy it at a grocery store or convenience store?
Also, does he say it's 6:30 in the morning?
Who?
Mo, because he leaves the FDA guy's house, and then we cut between the FDA guy getting killed by his dog and Mo observing this like the dairy stuff queen.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I swear he goes, it's 6:30 a.m. and they're all here.
I think it's not that. I think that it's like very late at night. I think he says it's 3:30 a.m. or something like that.
Okay. Either way, I was like, well, didn't he just leave? Like, was he at the FDA guy's house at 3 in the morning?
I think what they're trying to do with that line is like let you know that time has passed because this movie is so aggressively cut. I was gonna say this earlier and I never got it out. I used to do a thing with friends of mine where I would like take. There used to be this great thing at the Alamo Draft House where they would pick a theme and then they would cut movies down to about like 45 minutes or so, and they would do 3 movies in a 2-hour block, roughly 2-hour and 10-minute block. And so like that's how I saw it's an 80s horror movie set at Thanksgiving where the guy keeps saying that's not cranberry sauce. People are out there yelling at the phone and knowing what I'm talking about. But so that movie is like 2 hours long with like a lot of dead air in it, and so they just like squish it down to 40 minutes or so.
Okay.
And that's what this movie feels like. Like they just like it's like everything that's not essential to moving the plot forward gets trimmed out.
And even then, a few casualties happen along the way.
It was called Horror Remix. It's long gone. You can like barely find evidence of its existence on the internet, but it was a fun thing that I would do. There was like little puppet interstitials and stuff.
Yeah, that's
one
fun.
person did it. Yeah.
So Mo drives to a random town, and the gas station attendant is immediately acting suspicious.
Yeah.
Like really trying to get him in the bathroom.
Yes, it's a brand new bathroom.
Which
it's like, is the bathroom just made of the stuff?
In my head, I'm like, are you trying to like get a little in the bathroom? Like, is that what this is? Like, that's outside of this movie. That's not my mind. Doesn't first go to you're going to turn me into a stuff head, a stuffy, as it were.
It's Larry Craig. Who is that politician? I'm trying to make a reference. It's way too old. Moving on.
Oh, the one caught tapping his foot in the bathroom?
It was Larry something.
So he sees a car pull up, and then the gas station attendant just disappears.
He literally runs into the woods.
He does.
There's like there's not like he doesn't like get into a getaway car. He just sprints into the woods.
He just Homer Simpsons into a bush. And then we meet Chocolate Chip Charlie, the best character in this movie.
Played by SNL's Garrett Morris.
And also 2 broke girls.
That's right. Yeah. He basically is playing Famous Amos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which, like, is hilarious to me that was a cultural touchstone because, to me, I know Famous Amos as a brand, not as a person.
Yeah. But he was, like, a very famous spokesperson.
I believe it. To me, like, Orville Redenbacher would be someone that I could...
I think what happened is Famous Amos has been purchased and resold, and they took Amos off the packaging at some point.
Yeah, because to me, I'm gonna say confidently, I think Orville Redenbacher would be the only like name brand person that I could reasonably identify.
I'm trying to think of what ones are left. The only things I'm thinking of are like phased out for racism, like an Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, those.
The Quaker Oats guy you'd recognize.
Okay, fair. I guess I didn't think of him as a real person, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously is a mascot, but if he were a real
Captain Crunch, if we're going that same route,
right. But you're thinking, okay, how about Uncle Ben?
You know what? I could Uncle Ben. I could do. I could pick Uncle Ben out of lineup.
Now they may have also phased out Uncle Ben because Uncle Ben may not be a real person. It also may be a racism. I don't know, but
yeah, I don't remember that one because I don't buy a lot of rice, so I don't notice that one in this.
Yeah. Well, I do. I just buy like the rice, not the like prepackaged box of red beans and rice or whatever.
Also, obviously Newman's Own. Everyone knows what he looks like.
The king. So they go into the shopkeeper / it's a general store / post office.
Wild.
And they but also like almost certainly real in small town like this. They see that they learn the mail is being forwarded to Midland, Georgia, and the shopkeeper's like, excuse me 1 second. And he just like Homer Simpsons into the hedge, into the back of the store, where he gets fully gooed out by the stuff.
There's some really cool shots of the stuff. Like, obviously it's just like, I think it's just done in reverse of like the stuff climbing out the window kind of a thing. Which looks really good. A lot.
It's basically the same technique as the Blob. Like they just poured it and filmed it. Yeah.
Yeah. But the number of times they do that effect, I think it's very effective.
I like it. I mean, I think The Blob from 1958 is still. I have obviously deep nostalgia for it because it was filmed where we grew up. Our high school is in it. We ate at the diner that is in it. You know, I've seen The Blob in the theater that The Blob takes place in. You know, all that stuff. Shout out to the Phoenixville Theater,
Colonial Theater,
but Colonial Theater in Phoenixville. Excuse me. Thank you. My God. But the reason why the movie's fun to watch is because the technique is basic and it works. It's just like this goom thing that they filmed, and so like the same thing works here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they open the door. It is not immediately clear to me that they see the stuff climb out the window. The way it's shot looks like it's already outgone before, but they somehow seem to know that the stuff climbed out the window. Right.
It is very strange, and this sets them off running because there's like all these guys chasing them.
It's very Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah. And they're like going for this boat. And so Mo and Chocolate Chip Charlie are trying to fight these guys off. And they're both yelling at each other to go for the boat. And I was like, you got to pick one. One of you needs to start the boat.
But they're just like the Goobots, the orange juice concentrate Goobots from Halloween 3, because they like punch right through them and their fists are covered in marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
And then after they boat away, we cut back to the general store, and the guy who had like fully died, his head got ripped open by the stuff, is now like fully normal looking.
Yeah, he just like hops up. Yeah. At this point, Mo and Chocolate Chip Charlie split up to do different things.
They go to a diner secretly full of sleeper agents.
Yes. But Chocolate Chip Charlie takes an Uber almost out of the movie, but at the end of the movie...
I was like, oh, he Ubers back? You never see that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you rarely see the Uber back.
But also, like, so Mo is clearly whispering in this diner. Because first he asks if they have the stuff, and the whole diner reacts. And he's like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so he whispers to Chocolate Chip Charlie, like, hey, like, here's my contact at the FBI, whatever, like, just leave. And Chocolate Chip Charlie picks up the card and goes, oh, the FBI! Wow! And it's like...
It reminded me, there's a sketch that Garrett Morris did in the early days of SNL where it was like, this sketch has been altered for the deaf and hard of hearing, and they would just have him yell the line after the person said the line, which is a dumb joke, but it's funny. But also, I don't know if you caught it, but the FBI agent's name is Frank Herbert, which is the guy who wrote Dune.
Oh, I didn't catch that. But it's like when you text your friend, you're in a room at a party and you text your friend to be like, can we please leave? And they go, did you just text me? And you're like, yeah, all right, I'll jump out a window. Fuck me, I guess.
You fucking asshole. Yeah. And then you have to be like, oh, yeah, it was the link we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you have to make some shit up.
I just remembered it. Yeah.
So the diner's full of sleeper stuff agents, because the woman was like, we don't have any. We can't get any. And then she go like Terminator walks to the walk-in freezer, and it is full of the stuff. So I was like,
it's got like several hundred cartons of it.
I thought that we were going to see them do something with it, but we don't. We instead see what looks like Mo in New York City, but he's not in New York City.
Well, sure, they couldn't afford that.
Well, is he supposed to be? That's what I mean. Like, is he supposed to be in New York City?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because I thought I didn't know this whole thing takes place in Georgia or what.
No, it definitely is. I think is New York. I guess theoretically, I literally wrote Mo sees a stuff cart in New York City. So
that's what it looks like. And then the stuff cart person, I was like, do they all have one like hive mind? But no, she pulls out a radio to be like, I found him. And then he gets... It's
very much They Live.
Very much They Live. Or the Body Snatchers.
Mm-hmm.
But so like...
I do think They Live came out after this, actually, but now that I say that. But anyway.
We see the stuff van come like racing around the corner like Mario Kart. And then we smash cut to him in the CEO's office. And I was like, well, what did we miss? Like, did he get thrown in the back of a van and driven there? Like, what?
Because it seems like that, yes, yeah.
Because for someone who might have been thrown in the back of a van and driven somewhere against his will, he is very calm.
So he starts talking to the owner. The owner offers him a big fat contract. I guess he takes his money.
He does, because he spends it.
Yeah.
And this is the commercial that I said feels like a real commercial with like basketball and singing and dancing.
Is this the one with Abe Vigoda and the Where's the Beef Lady, or is that later?
That's later.
Okay.
This is the one that's like there's like this stuff spray painted in graffiti on a brick wall, and a bunch of gay dudes in tiny shorts with basketballs dancing.
Yes.
Jason is grounded and doing like the whack from Great Escape.
The Great Escape. Yeah. Steve McQueen.
And he goes downstairs and he sees the trash can is full of food that's like barely like a peanut butter jar that's full and bananas that are not peeled. And then he turns and the fridge is full. So all the food's gone. It's just the stuff. We're purely a stuff household.
Yeah.
And then mom says something again about the stuff. And he says, why are you talking like you're in a stuff commercial?
And they're like advancing on him like, eat it, Jason. Eat the stuff. Eat it.
Dad makes brother chase him down and force him to eat the stuff.
Yes. And he very wisely flushes it down the toilet.
It tries to fight back.
It does. But I wanted the toilet to break from this. I thought it would have been quite funny.
So he fills this container with shaving cream so that they can, rather than just like pretending he ate it all.
Right.
You know,
it seems like you could maybe put a blob of shaving cream in the bottom and be like, oh, I ate almost the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I will say, for all the shit we're giving this movie, some of the best sibling casting ever. These dudes look like brothers.
Oh yeah. Which like maybe they cast the older brother first, and that's why they cast the little brother. Which not the order to do things when he's not the star.
Yeah,
of the movie, but...
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should have done that in the reverse order,
or made it about the older brother.
Sure.
Because it is very weird that this movie is about a 9-year-old, basically.
I agree. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's not like a particularly strong actor as a 9-year-old. Like, I guess it's supposed to drive home like how sad this situation is.
Or like a gang of like normally these movies are like it's a group of 9-year-olds who are banding together to save the town or whatever. But this is this is a 9-year-old with a stranger private investigator and an ad executive,
middle-aged
ad executive
man.
And a middle-aged private investigator that he has never met before.
Yeah. Jason flees from his family who's trying to kill him. Mo like spins tires getting up to him. He's like, get in the car. And they're like, kid's like, who are you? He's like, I'm trying to save your life.
He's like, I know about the stuff too. And it's like, well, how did you know he was going to be here? How did you know where he was?
Right.
I have questions.
So there is a throwaway line about some young boy destroying a grocery store. And then
I know
that's
that
how
Mo
we get
saw that in the paper, but that doesn't translate to why he knew where he lived, like what his address was.
I'm not, to be clear, I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying this is the like cut to ribbons aspect where it's like, okay, we just need the scene of him knowing the kid exists, and then we'll have the kid get.
And the kid immediately barfs in his car. I was like, sure, we need that.
Yeah. Well, he did eat shaving cream,
sure,
like a minute prior,
but like it's. Yeah, okay, what they chose to keep in is wild. Because they get... So he drives to the airport to get in the private jet, and the woman is like, huh? Who is this child that we're bringing across state lines?
Yes, yeah.
What kind of crime are we criming today, Mo?
Right. Like, this is a felony, Mo.
Yeah.
Who is this?
And so they fly... So they fly whatever. They land. The two adults get off the plane, and Mo over his shoulder is like, let him sleep. When he wakes up, fly him to Savannah, Georgia. And I was like, why? Who's there? What's there?
Yeah. I think there is a line about him knowing someone in Savannah earlier. Like maybe it's an FBI person, but I agree it's insanity.
Because he doesn't give instructions like call
Jim Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, call Jack Smith from, the FBI in Silence of the Lambs and let him know you have a kid that he needs to take care of. It's just fly him to Savannah. Yeah. No further instruction.
Roll him out the door and take off again.
Yeah. Actually, don't even land in Savannah. Just push him out the window with a parachute pack. He'll be fine. He'll figure it out. Don't even wake him up. Put him on the beverage cart and wheel him out the door.
I'm imagining a scene in like a John Wick-esque, like not like a ripoff, where the guy gets knocked unconscious, either like drugged or whatever, and then gets shoved out of a plane with a parachute on, and like wakes up in free fall, like. Ugh!
That would be a great in media res. It's just a real tight shot on a guy's face. You kind of hear wind. You're like, what's going on? You pull back and he's
the
free
hair's
falling.
flapping.
Yeah. Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got in this position. Let me back up.
Yeah. I was gonna say this sounds like a Marvel movie.
The weirdest John Wick.
Yeah.
So they do some espionage shit. And
the stuff attacks the plane with the kid on it. He has to like flee.
Yeah, because some guy, some stuff agent like stuffs the plane, and so he runs away, finds a cool cave. The grown-ups are doing their espionage shit. Jason finds an empty tanker truck and decides, I'm gonna climb into this tanker truck.
This is so inexplicable. And he gets immediately. It's like he opens the hatch, looks inside, and doesn't think like, there's probably no way to get out of this. And instead it's just like, whee!
Zero survival instincts. This is where we get the "Where's the Stuff" commercial.
Oh, this is our boy Abe Vigoda.
Yeah, because
to this day, one of the funniest things, one of the hardest I've laughed doing this podcast in the last decade, is AbeVigodaDead.com discovery. And I want to say Prancer is the episode.
I think it was.
I think that has been put into the archives, which is available to pay out.
See, to me, my favorite is the Drunk Angel from the other Christmas movie.
Oh, also very funny.
Drunk Angel, I think, is my favorite character. That never came back.
The difference is Drunk Angel was a runner, and AbeVigodaDead.com was just the one thing in the middle of the episode. I don't remember it being like a bit. I just remember it being like us genuinely wondering, is he still around? And you Googling, is Abe Vigoda, whatever you Googled, that the result was there's a website that's just is AbeVigodaDead.com, which just displayed yes until the answer was no.
Or no, and then yes.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
But
someone bought the URL is AbeVigodaDead.com.
So as they're doing their espionage, they're like trying to get information about the factory, and because she's still, I guess, technically employed as an ad exec.
Correct.
And the people are being very cagey and weird. And then we get back to their motel, and he's like, "Well, Jason must be in Savannah by now." And it's like, okay, but again, what do you think he's doing in Savannah?
Right.
Is he just walking around like?
Right, because I was trying to remember, like, it's not like Chocolate Chip Charlie went to Savannah, right?
I mean, he might have. I don't know.
But it's not like he gave the kid a card and was like, contact this guy. It was just like, he should have
given that to the guy on the plane when he left and said, let him sleep. It should have been, here,
right.
Call this man and say, I'm bringing you a 9-year-old. Don't ask questions.
Right.
And if you end up in front of Congress at any point, it won't matter.
Yeah. Also, Where's the Beef Lady is in the commercial with Abe Vigoda. Good for her, getting a second paycheck.
Love that for her.
And also, the song is genuinely very good.
This version, because there's a couple versions, but this one, the enough is never enough. That's the one that I
can't get enough of the stuff. Yeah. The stuff attacks Mo in the motel. It's like under his pillow.
In the pillow.
There's like a
it's
frisbee
cool.
amount. Yeah. And it does like a face hugger alien thing. And Nicole is like, I'm going to set it on fire. And I think she throws perfume at it. Is that what it is?
I think so. But it's like, why did you think to do that? Because he is under that stuff. Like very close to the fire.
Yes. It's not like a thick layer of insulation.
No, it's not. It looks like insulation.
Right.
So she sets it on.
Pretty cool fire effect here. Like he rips it off his face and throws it against the wall, and then the whole motel's going up.
And then this guy comes in, and we get a really great rotating set effect as the stuff attacks him and like pushes him up the wall. I love a rotating set. I'm such a slut for a rotating set.
It's a really, really good effect. It's just that basic in-camera stuff.
Yeah, just build it. Just build it.
Yeah. We get a goon exploding in foam here, which is really good.
Mm-hmm. Jason's rolling around in the back of the tanker truck.
Yeah, this poor kid looks like he's getting the absolute shit beat out of him for real, like not a special effect.
So the grown-ups drive to the quarry where the truck is going, unrelated. They don't know he's there.
Right.
And it feels so video game because the grown-ups are talking, looking at the stuff. There's some really great like periscoping alien stuff in the stuff, which looks really cool.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm gonna go down there, and she's like, how? And he's like, I have this, and he basically like cut scenes to him in a stuff uniform that he has,
Yes.
and also he has C4.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Where did you get a brick of C4,
Have you
Mo?
had that the whole time? Because you shouldn't have flown with
Did
that.
you have that? Did you have that on the plane? It's a small plane, Mo.
And so Jason only now, once this stuff starts pumped into the tanker, he now realizes he's kind of fucked. And it's like, kid,
Yeah.
like, I would have been like, the scene, for some reason, the only thing that comes to my mind is the non-canon Casper's Spirited Beginning, where a kid is in a condemned house to be demolished and knows he has no hope, and just sits on it, like hugs his knees, cries, and eats a candy bar.
Wait, is the house being exploded or something?
Yes, it is going to be demolished. What they
Like
call
he's
Whipstaff
and
Manor.
the bomb's going off?
What they call Whipstaff Manor, which is not at all Whipstaff Manor from the good one. It's just an old house with the Goot. The Goot's son is the one who's trapped in the house that's going to get demolished.
Does he die?
No, he gets the child live. He gets Casper saves the day.
Well, I thought this was the origin story of Casper.
No. Casper died of hypothermia. Don't you remember?
Well, I did not see Casper a Spirited Beginning. They might have changed the origin story. I don't know.
No, I think you can only change. You can't. You can either change the origin story or the house set. You can't change both. Like, there's only so much that people will forgive.
Sure. Yes, the people who very discerningly were renting on VHS Casper a Spirited Beginning.
Mm-hmm. Or the superior sequel, Casper Meets Wendy.
The very discerning palate of 6-year-old boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
You said the superior Casper Meets Wendy with the smuggest fucking look on your face.
Yeah.
As if, one, this is a hot take, and two, anyone on Earth cares.
They don't, but Casper Meets Wendy.
Is there a spirited debate about which Casper DTV sequel is the superior product?
Probably not, because the sequel includes Hillary Duff. Wendy includes Hillary Duff
that you're...
and wait, the Shining. I'm Shelley Duvall.
Is this like a discourse you're actively participating in on Reddit? It's like a spirited debate over whether a Spirited Beginning or Casper Meets Wendy.
No, Casper Meets Wendy is the best. Because Casper Meets Wendy also includes Kathy Moriarty.
What I'm saying is you say it so matter-of-factly as if you've parsed this out over centuries.
No, I just have eyeballs and I've watched both movies.
We're just talking about one of these movies is like a 4.8 out of 10 and one is like a 4.1 out of 10, right? Like, we're talking about pretty bad movies.
Sure. I mean, I would say Casper Meets Wendy is probably at least a 5, a solid 5.
Okay. And the other's a 3.
Probably
I'm
a 3.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we're talking about shit and diarrhea. It's like neither of them are all that pleasant to be around.
You know. But yeah, they got Kathy Moriarty to come back for Casper Meets Wendy in a different role, and it didn't confuse any children at all, I swear.
This has been Andrew's side podcast, the Casper DTV.
Also includes George Hamilton, the tan guy.
The tan guy that we talk about on this podcast with some regularity.
Yeah, tan guy.
Although not in a long while.
Tan guy and the subway ghost from Ghost is in it.
Vincent
Chiavelli?
Vincent, whatever the hell. Chiavelli, yeah.
Yeah. And another like Steve Guttenberg level comedian is in it too.
Okay. This is
Pauly Shore. I think it's Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore plays the magic mirror.
This is as if I did a multi-minute discussion segment on which of Slapshot's 2 direct-to-DVD sequels, Slapshot 2 Breaking the Ice, or Slapshot 3
Penalty
something
Box?
with the Hanson, the Junior League, was the better film. It is, by the way, Slapshot 2 Breaking the Ice, but again, we are talking about a real.
Is the Junior League like them as teens, like their origin story?
It is the old men Hanson brothers coaching children's hockey.
Oh, like a real Mighty Duck situation.
We can get in on that. We'll do a Mighty Ducks situation. Yes. But again, this is a real one's a bowl of shit, one's a bowl of diarrhea. I don't particularly want to be around either one of them.
I suppose. The only reason that's on my brain is because my boyfriend was just like had it on in the background the other day. I like came to bed.
So I'm guessing that your boyfriend did not have on Casper Meets Wendy.
No, he did have on Casper Meets Wendy. It was the good one.
Oh, I thought you had on the bad one
No.
and you were like threatening to leave him.
No, it was it was basically like he found like ABC Family, some YouTube video that was like 3 hours of ABC Family programming from October 12th, 1999 or like whatever. And so it was I was like, oh, Casper Meets Wendy, cool. And he was like, I have not been paying attention. I have no idea what's on the TV right now, because it's half the time I walk in the room, I'm like, oh, what are they renovating here in the show? And he's like, I don't know. I have not looked at the TV. It's just on. I need to get him a radio, basically.
Yeah, you do. He needs like a little dial twister. The truck is filling up with stuff. Jason is like, this is one of the roughest parts for Jason, because he is like at times being like, oh, you're not so tough, and times being like, somebody help me.
He's also like talking to the stuff. He's like, because he says like, you're in my head. And I was like, hang on, what? We have 20 minutes left in this movie. We cannot introduce something else.
The stuff cannot be psychokinetic. I'm sorry.
Or 30 minutes, I should say. Because the fact that this feels very final, and then there's 30 more minutes of movie because there's a secret fourth act on this movie with Paul Sorvino as a racist, like disgraced colonel.
I think he's actually like a militiaman. I think he's not a real colonel.
So he's not part of the American military system. He's just
I believe he's like one of these crazy backwoods militia guys. Like, remember those guys that like took over a gift shop at a national park for like 2 months or something ridiculous?
No. What? When was this?
This is going back like probably almost 10 years now.
Okay.
And it was like this crazy militia, and people kept sending them dildos, and they kept getting mad about the dildos. You really don't remember this?
No, I'm going to Google this now, though.
It was this, so it might not have been a gift shop, but they like occupied a bunch of federal land and then just wouldn't leave. And because they were, white dudes, it was like, well, we're just going to have a standoff.
We can't possibly do anything about it.
Right. To be fair, they were extremely heavily armed, so it would have been like a literal shootout with American citizens. I understand some hesitancy here. However, because it was so long, they were like delivering packages to them, and so people just started mailing them like hundreds of dildos. That's just like every color and shape and size and whatever. And so they just kept being like, stop sending us dildos.
I thought you were gonna say it was like they were those like the people who. What, non-sovereign citizen? What are they called?
It is in sovereign citizen. It's in the ballpark of that.
They're like, I don't need to have a license to drive my car, ma'am. Yes, you do. Shut up, shut up, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Can it Unabomber, as Leslie Knope says. We're looking at the name of this group.
Yes, I am, because I have to get this out of my head. Okay, it was the Oregon militia.
What was their goal? It was
January 2nd, 2016, and it was the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. I believe they were like protesting the government not letting them use the land to like freely graze their cattle. Like, they basically could just like use the land to feed their cows for free.
Okay.
But they took over the headquarters for 6 weeks and demanded control of the thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, they sent them dildos.
Very funny.
Many. Bundy. That's the guy's name. Ammon Bundy.
Bad last name, bad.
And his dad is Cliven Bundy.
Cliven?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like... does he have like a neck beard? Is like one of those?
No, they're like cowboy types.
Oh.
But anyway, they occupied this place for 6 weeks and people kept saying them dildos. That's the end of the story. The Bundys.
So... Mo hijacks Jason's truck and then sets off C4 and explodes everything.
He bangs on the side of the truck. He's like, I'm gonna get you out of there, Jason, and then doesn't. He drives the truck away.
I'm gonna get us out of here. It was what he should have said.
He drives the truck away with the hoses dangling, so it's not like actively pumping the stuff, but it like still is
probably
in
spraying
the truck.
Behind him.
Yeah, Yeah.
So
I couldn't stop thinking about the similarities between this and the god awful poop truck in Ready to Rumble.
I've blocked that out. My brain has worked overtime to like push that away into the sunken place.
Well, just you wait before this show is over and I get to do a redo. It's Ready to Rumble.
No, I'm not doing that's no, I won't do it. We're gonna do it the first time ever. I'm gonna watch a different movie, and we're just gonna have we're just gonna pretend we watched the same movie.
I'm gonna invite David Arquette onto the show, and he's gonna say yes, and then we're gonna do.
Well, that's different. I will meet David Arquette and have a conversation about Scream, and only Scream.
No, we're only talking about Ready to Rumble.
Absolutely not. So he picks up Nicole, who had been attacked and vanquished some guy who gets run over by the truck. They get pulled over by a corrupt cop, and he said it's not even like a.
They get the kid out after that. Just to be clear.
Oh, that's
they
right.
Do
I
open
forgot.
the hatch
I forgot
and
they
get
do
Jason
that.
out.
You're right.
He does get him out here. Yeah.
But it's not even like scary. Like what's going to happen? The cop says, "Hey, your hose is still attached and dangling," which is a normal thing to be like, "Hey, I'm pulling you over." Not like creepy. Am I possessed by the stuff or whatever?
And Mo immediately is like, something like my dick's
He says,
in
"You're
the
gonna get
wind
me
or
a ticket for indecent exposure," and I was like, "You could have played this real cool, and nothing could have happened."
And the cop's like, all right, get out of the truck. And then Jason gets out of the truck, and he is also snarky to the cop. I'm like, how are you this bold?
You're not Corey Feldman, kid. Calm down.
Right.
Sit down. Also, speaking of, sorry, pause. Martha Plimpton was on Drew Barrymore's "Let Me Sit in Your Lap and Talk into Your Face" show. And she told a story that apparently the director of The Goonies was so glad to be done with like this nightmarish shoot full of children and water.
I know what story you're going to tell. I've heard this over the years.
I've never heard it before.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm so fucking glad we done to these kids. And they finished the shoot. And Spielberg was like, hey, kids, gather round. I'm going to send you and your parents on a all expenses paid trip to his house in Maui to surprise him.
Yes.
So we have to leave now. So we beat him back. And then he they broke into his house essentially and were like scattered around, lounging around, so that when he walked in the door, Corey Feldman was like, "Hey, what's up, Marty?" or whatever his name is, and the guy like just fell to his knees. "Hey, Dick, what's up?" And he just fell to his knees and wept.
Dick Donner, Richard Donner is the director of Goonies. Yeah, it's a fantastic story. That is like
I've never heard that until now.
Yeah, we say this frequently, but like this is one of the few good pranks. I'll say.
Yeah, that's a good prank. It's harmless.
That is a good prank. Everybody gets to laugh at the end of that. Like it's at no one's expense, and the kids from the Goonies got to go to Hawaii. It all seems pretty good to me. It would be even better to me if Feldman was like eating his Cheetos or something.
Feldman comes out of the kitchen with his bag of Cheetos.
Yeah.
So they pretend to eat the stuff and knock out the cop.
Yes, they trick the Nicole and Jason trick the cop, and then Mo comes running in, does a full on Captain Kirk a double axe handle pop to the back of the neck, which I thought was very funny.
So Mo drives to a castle and parks.
Yes,
I don't know, conservatively 2 miles away from the castle.
Yes. And he like gets out and walks a few paces, and then all these guys come pouring out of the it's like a zombie movie. They come pouring out of the tall grass.
And they're all in military garb. And it's Paul Sorvino as some kind of crazed colonel.
It's I really think this is like your like militia, like, you know, an Alex Jonesy type guy, but like even more paranoid.
He's also, we find out later, very racist. So, you know.
Extremely racist.
Everything tracks. Nothing is surprising. And so they decide to Trojan horse the truck into the stuff facility, kind of.
There's also a couple of great bits where, like, Sorvino starts hitting him on Nicole, and Mo is like, "Oh, actually, you're hitting on my lady."
I called
there.
dibs.
And he's like, "Yeah." Well, then he's like, "Hitting on my lady." He's like, "Well, you're gonna die in the assault anyway." So,
yeah, fun. I did enjoy that one.
The other great section with Sorvino is like, he starts to blow VA and he's like, "We never lost a war." And Jason's like, "What about Vietnam?" And he's like, "We lost that war at home, son."
I did like that joke.
Yeah. They lay siege to this factory.
And all the factory workers killed themselves?
Yes. Yeah.
They all had cyanide teeth?
Well, I think what they do is they kill themselves so that the stuff can just exit their body and get back in the tank. Like the stuff is basically using them as puppets.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't need you anymore. Let me out of here.
Yeah. Like I think there was an episode of Doctor Who like that. Where like a company realized it was cheaper to leave this spaceship flying through space doing its job than bring it home. So it just killed the people, and then some kind of space organism puppeted their bodies in their spacesuits.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I'm probably very wrong. I don't watch Doctor Who, but I've seen a clip.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't watch Doctor Who. You have a lot of information about one specific episode
because Instagram or YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels.
I stand by the David Tennant years are really fun to watch, and there's only like a limited number of those.
Yeah, my college boyfriend was very into Doctor Who, and so I liked the episode with the adipose. I think that was David Tennant years, where like an alien race came and basically was like created a diet pill that melted your fat away because your fat literally became a living being and jumped out of your body. And I was honestly, if they came down and it was like not a murder thing, because if they could like super speed it and it would kill the human host, but I was like, if we were all cool with it, I'll make adorable little aliens that leave the planet out of my fat. Go for it. I don't need that fat. Take it.
My favorite of the Tenet is the Weeping
Angels.
It's really, really creepy.
That's a good one.
There's a great bit with Sorvino talking to Nicole in the car where he's like, can't you sell me? And then
he wants a rebrand, an image consultant.
Yes. But he was like, I was the biggest, I was the smartest, I was the handsomest, so of course they all hated me. And I'm like, all right, Paul Sorvino.
Again, you also have a podcast, Paul Sorvino.
Yeah. I mean, he literally does have a podcast this week.
He does. Well, so also the stuff is
also, I'm pretty sure you just referenced a joke that we made not on air. So you did a callback to a joke.
No, I think we made that on air.
We were talking about what John Candy movie we were going to do, and before.
Oh, was that not on air? I thought that was on air.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure you just referenced a joke that you did not make on air.
Oops.
So people are like, wait, what?
Why did he say also has a podcast? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but before that, the stuff is like on the prowl. And it's chasing Jason and Nicole, and it crashes out of the wall of the factory. And the colonel goes, "We'll just leave it here. Move out, everybody." And I was like, "Hey,
I have several radio stations. We'll deal with this through that." So they like,
but you might want to deal with the actual active glob of alien,
right. So they go to the airport and they take like 5 identical Cessnas, which land in like a bunch of coordinated flies, basically. Yeah. All of them hop out. There's a bunch of yellow cabs that look like New York yellow cabs waiting on this airstrip in whatever town this is.
For whatever reason, they're there on the airstrip.
They all zoom to the radio station. They all get out. Sorvino like makes the men huddle up, and he's like, "Pay the drivers. Tip 10%. Get a receipt."
And also, the town just sees yellow cabs full of armed men in fatigues. Roll into town in fatigues, and they rightly panic and scream and run away.
Yeah.
Chocolate Chip Charlie has Ubered back into the movie as they're preparing to do their broadcast.
Hey, buddy, they need you in Act 5. Hold on to your hats. I know. Movies typically have a 3-act structure, but for some reason, this 87-minute movie's got 5 of them. It's going to be real popular in the 2020 era with these Marvel movies. They're going to have like acts on acts on acts on acts, but this movie's ahead of its time.
And you're going to wonder, why didn't they just make this a miniseries? Or, James Cameron, why didn't you just make 6 movies instead of 2? 2 4-hour movies seems crazy, Jim.
You shut your fucking mouth. That movie is so delightful to watch.
It could
20 more minutes. Give me 20 more minutes of Piacon.
Just
give it to me.
Just make it multiple movies.
Give me more Piacon, Jim.
You can in another movie.
No, because I don't want just I need to have a 1-hour interlude of Piacon floating in the ocean where I just enjoy it. That's what I wanted.
So you just want like an intermission that's just planet Earth but Pandora?
Just fucking Piacon moving and grooving.
Is that the whale thing? Is that what you're saying? Piacon?
Yeah.
The whale thing?
Piacon, the whale.
Don't fucking pretend. Don't fucking pretend that everyone knows that. People don't even know the stuff that's in the Disney parks. That's why they give you the pre-show to be like, this was an Ikron. Remember that? The highest grossing movie ever, and no one remembers a goddamn fact about it, so we have to remind you.
Piacon is the name of the character, not the species. He's a tulkun.
Again, you cannot act like that's a thing people know.
I mean, I know it.
Go smoke some unobtainium and spend more than $3 on a wet ham sandwich on your script.
Piacon is the tulkun with the missing appendage.
Okay.
It saves the day.
He's the Nemo.
Sort of. I stand by that if you went and watched that movie when it was re-released in IMAX, you'd be like, I get it. I don't like it. You don't have. I'm not saying you're going to say I like it, but you would absolutely understand.
I mean, like, theoretically, I have a big ass TV and 3D glasses, so I could.
Not the same. Not the same. It's just not. I'm not being a dick. It is a movie that is experienced on IMAX or not at all to me.
So you want to sit in a movie theater for 4 hours?
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. I mean, genuinely.
Are you cathetering or diapering?
You just go pee.
I don't leave a movie. If the movie starts, I don't get up.
Jim gave us explicit permission. He said, just go pee.
Okay, then Jim, you've made a bad movie. I'm sorry. If you go, you can just pee when, like, there's parts of the movie that aren't important. You can just go whenever.
No, he's just saying it's like you're overthinking it. It's 2 minutes. You'll be fine. I had to go. I had a day off. I went and saw One Battle After Another. Fucking masterpiece, by the way. Everyone should go see it. It's so good. I had to pee. I went and peed, and I missed 90 seconds of the movie, and I missed a joke that I was sad that I missed because everyone was laughing when I came back. But like, it was fine. I just peed. I
don't do it.
I'm over it.
I don't do it.
I almost physically cannot do a 2 hour plus movie without having to pee in the middle of it. It just almost never works out for me, even if I like do a right before the movie starts. Sorry for the TMI. So I just have embraced it. I'm an old man now. I gotta pee when I gotta pee.
I won't do it. I don't because I don't want to miss things. I can't miss things. If my aperture is too wide, that if I miss something, my brain goes, well, now the rest of the movie's ruined, and we can't possibly watch it.
You can in most movies figure out a moment where you can go. I feel like, especially in like an action movie, you could just go during one of the fights, you know?
Yeah, but I'm watching an action movie for the fight. I want to see the choreography.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, you'll be fine.
I don't do it. And if you tell me that your movie I can just get up and leave whenever I want to pee and come back, then you have made a bad movie.
No, he's just saying everybody's being too precious about it, is what he's saying. Just go pee, is what he's saying.
Or make a movie that's not 4 hours long, Jim.
I mean,
it's bad enough you're like you grabbed America by the throat and you were like, you're all gonna watch 6 more Avatar movies 30 years after the original, and you're gonna deal with it. And we all said, why?
I have to tell you, I am fully Avatar pilled.
I know you are.
Fully Avatar. I am like genuinely trying to figure out how I'm gonna go get 4 hours of time to go see this in IMAX with a baby. Not, to be clear, not taking the baby, but as a man with a baby, I have to figure out how I can carve out 4 hours to go see Avatar.
Wild. I mean, like, it's cool that, like, you know, the fire burned down their trees and how they worship the fire, but like, come on. 4 hours? Tell it in 2.
It's pure spectacle, baby. Pure spectacle. Back to the movie.
Oh, this is Colonel's racist because he won't let Chocolate Chip Charlie speak on the air.
There's also a hilarious ADR line. I forget when it happens, but I think it might be a cab driver who's like, "What is this, World War III?" And
yes,
it genuinely sounds like our Uber driver voice.
It does. You're right.
But yes, Chocolate Chip Charlie it's just like really aggressive racism. It's crazy how racist this guy is.
Yeah, and we just like are okay with it, I guess. Everyone's like,
well, it's like we need the radio station, so we have to put up with this, but it sucks.
Yeah. So Chocolate Chip Charlie is basically like sweating and looking around a lot, and you're like, no, please, I hope not. I hope not, Chocolate Chip Charlie.
It's also really funny because there's like a moment where he's like, I've seen what happens. He's like, not only have I seen what happens when the stuff takes over people, I've seen what happens when the stuff leaves people. And she's like, wait, what'd you say? He's like, I've seen what happens, what people look like when the stuff leaves them, which is true. Like Chocolate Chip Charlie did see that.
We
saw him see that. And then he does the like, the thing,
the great stretch
and he becomes
face.
the stuff. Yeah. It's a cool puppet.
Yeah, and then they have to like smash open the window in the recording booth and zap it and to burn it.
It is the fucking Looney Tunesiest, like theme parkiest wire.
It is the Jaws shark getting electrocuted on the Jaws ride.
But like the wire might even be bigger than that one. It is like honestly, it might be nearly a foot in diameter.
It looks like those like little kid or cat tunnels that like collapse. It's like he's holding one of those with frayed wires out the end.
Yeah, it's completely insane.
So poor Chocolate Chip Charlie, R.I.P. to a real one. Pour out a glass of milk, and they Paul Sorvino does the broadcast, and then it immediately cuts to Nicole like spiking the camera, being like, "People did listen all over the world. They heard our story," and I was like, "What is that? What? Huh? Who are you talking to? Us as the audience?
Yeah.
What is happening?"
And then it like zooms out, and it's a video being played in the office of the main bad guy, like owner of the thing.
And then so it's like it literally looks like the beginning of a zombie movie or the end of a zombie movie, depending which one it is, of like chaos and burning and fires in the streets.
Yeah.
And then so Mo goes to the Stuff CEO, and the basically the Haagen-Dazs CEO is there, or whatever.
Yeah.
Big ice cream.
Guy, yeah.
Jim Ice Cream is there. And they're like, well, you spent both of our money, so I guess you're going to work for us now. And we're rebranding as The Taste. It's only 12% of the stuff, with mostly ice cream. And also, it's just enough to be addictive.
Yeah, but not enough to kill you, because then we'll sell more of it, you see? And it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny that you have these guys twirling their mustache this hard.
Yeah, and then he calls in Jason. So Nicole has left the movie, unfortunately. She doesn't get to be here for this part, which sucks.
Yeah.
So Jason's there, and they're like, he's a little boy. And he's like, he was a little boy.
By God, it's Jason's music!
He's carrying a big box. He looks like he's carrying the box of flowers with the rifle in it.
100%.
From the Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Or shotgun, I guess. And he's like, he was a boy till the stuff took his family and his brother, and now he's got nothing to live for. And I was like, he's still 9 years old. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's gonna get over it, but like he's got a lot of life ahead of him.
I feel like the phrase should be nothing to lose, not nothing to live for, which is a different thing.
So then Mo pulls out a gun, and he's like, "You're gonna eat the stuff," and Jason's like opens up cartons of the stuff, and they're like. The guy's like, I'm not going to eat it. And he just shoots him. And he's like, I believe I said you're going to eat some of this here stuff, aren't you?
Yeah.
I said, eat that stuff.
And they start eating it. And then sirens come. And Jason, in a very bad ADR line, is like, well, the police are here. I guess we can leave. And they're like on their third carton of the stuff each. And Mo just like puts his arm around Jason and they walk out of the movie.
It's really satisfying to watch the shitty garbage CEOs get hoisted by their own product and bullshit.
Yeah. I do enjoy that part. The ending of this also reminds me a little bit of the end of
Child's Play?
Salem's Lot. No, Salem's Lot, where like there's like a kid who is orphaned over the course of the story, and the one adult is like sort of adopted him without adopting him, and it's just like implied that they're gonna cohabitate, collaborate, live together, whatever. But it's just like, well, it's like way more complicated than that, right? To
it's
like do
like,
what you're trying to do.
Also, shockingly, similar to something else. So real quick, then, you've seen the stage musical Phantom of the Opera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you know that there's a musical sequel to Phantom of the Opera?
I feel like I've heard that, but I don't know anything about it.
It's called Love Never Dies. I'm going to give you 4 options. And you tell me what you think the ending of the sequel to the long-running smash hit musical, Phantom of the Opera, ends.
Yeah.
Does it end with the Phantom and Christine getting married and walking off into the sunset and Christine's pregnant? A. Does it end with B. The Phantom of the Opera negotiating a hostage crisis where Christine gets shot and killed? Is it C. The Phantom of the Opera is commissioning the very first penthouse in New York City, and they leave into the sunset to go to New York? Or is it D, it is basically just the entire first musical in a different setting?
I don't think I understand what the fourth thing is, so I'm going to say the second thing because that sounds the best.
Yes. The sequel to Phantom of the Opera ends with the Phantom of the Opera failing a hostage negotiation, and Christine Daae gets shot and killed in front of her son. The son, who is in fact the Phantom's child, and it ends with the Phantom adopting this boy.
Wow, okay. That sounds really ridiculous.
It's so stupid. Like, so stupid.
Did that have was that on the Broadway?
No, God, no. He tried. He desperately wanted. It was like he wrote that in Bad Cinderella, and we were all like, "Get back into the ocean, you shambling corpse."
Here's the question: why was he so desperate to write a sequel to like the most successful show of all time? Like, certainly he was raking in the dough. No,
he just wanted to. He like he commissioned a novel first. So there is a novel sequel.
Oh, okay.
And then they took that inspiration kind of to make Love Never Dies, but only kind of.
I see.
Yeah, the Phantom runs his own freak show on Coney Island now in the sequel.
Ah. I think I recommended you should watch Chad Powers.
Yes, you did.
The fourth episode is very heavily Phantom of the Opera. Like,
really?
There's like a lot of music cues from the show in the episode. It's very funny.
Okay.
So I highly recommend Chad Powers. Very funny show.
Is he playing? Is he like? Is Mrs. Doubtfire? He's not playing two characters.
He is. Yeah, he's playing. So he plays a disgraced college quarterback who never went pro because of like this huge. He makes this really stupid play in a championship game and then like never lives it down. And he's like the poster boy for like douchey athlete. Years go by, he just kind of like bums around. He sees on TV that this one college is like so desperate for a quarterback, they're holding open tryouts, and his dad is a Hollywood makeup guy, and he's supposed to deliver a facial prosthetic for his dad.
Yeah.
For it's for Michael Bay in the show, and he just decides to drive to where this college is. He puts on the prosthetic and a wig, and he pretends to be.
Does he do it in a car? Like in the backseat of a car, he applies prosthetics?
So I believe yes, but it is not done like hastily. It's like he knows how to do it because his dad's like a professional makeup artist. Like he has worked with his dad. It's not like me doing it.
It's not like in Hannah Montana where they just like put a wig on and she turns around and you're like, that something happened.
No, he's like gluing parts onto his face.
Okay.
And then like there's a great sequence. I think this is one of the trailers where like there's a gap and a bee gets in the gap and he's trying to get the bug out. And then he ends up like sticking a finger into his face, basically in the, like to the person watching, they're like, what the fuck? You know, as he's like digging around to try to get the bee out. So yeah, it is way less football-y than like, I wouldn't recommend it to you if it was a show about football. You know what I mean? Much like Ted Lasso's not really about soccer.
Yeah. Well, it's like there's that other movie, there's a sports movie coming out soon or just came out about like a 40-year-old who went back 59. To college or something.
59.
And I'm like, that 59. Just doesn't seem fair.
Well, he's 59, so it's gone all the way around to coming back, you know?
What do you mean?
Like a 59-year-old athletically is worse than an 18-year-old.
Yeah, but he's still doesn't he become a quarterback? Like the guy he's on the football team.
I don't think he's a quarterback. I think he plays linebacker. But yeah, it is
it's like to me it's like the scene we don't get where the kid calls his mom and is like, the other team had a dog playing basketball with them. Like that just cannot be like, how is that not against the rules?
So like a 27-year-old going to play against 18-year-olds is like a comical advantage for that person in terms of like athletic ability, but like 59 years old is old, man. Like he is a slow old man. He's 59. You know, like he's not, his body is not up to I think that imagine a bell curve.
Yeah.
The 59-year-old is like lower on his end than the 18-year-old is like up toward the middle bits. You know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
That's how I think about this. So it's a true story. The guy like went back to college and played a year or whatever. Yeah.
It's Chickless, isn't it? Playing him?
I have no idea. I remember the real story, and I just saw this poster because I got like a free movie rental from Xfinity that I was looking through the options, and I was like, oh, that's that thing I read about on ESPN 10 years ago. Anyway, let's get out of here. The stuff the lightest of recommends for me.
Yeah.
It's like a weird artifact more than it is enjoyable. But, you know, you can find this VHS rip on archive.org. It's very readily streamable.
It's on Plex.
Yeah, it's out there, and I think
It's a fun buddies movie.
Yeah, this is like a fun movie to have a couple beers to and watch along and make fun of. But it is a weird artifact. It's got a lot of odd stuff going on to it. Thank you so very much for listening to the show. This is the end of our Spooktacular for 2025, but we keep things rolling on. Next month is Candied Yams, our annual celebration of the films of John Candy, who just had an Amazon documentary come out about him that people have seemed to really like.
Because Ryan Reynolds is like desperate to get more goodwill. He's like, people like John Candy, I'll produce this. I have no connection to John Candy.
This is one of those things where I'm like, Canadians have a different energy to them that it seems just like he's like, this is Canada's hero and I have the clout to get this done, so I'm doing it. So I'll give him a pass. Also because like this wouldn't have gotten made without him, and it seems like something that his family really appreciated.
To me, I'm like, Eugene Levy doesn't have pull. Like,
I don't think he's got. I don't think he has the like ability to guarantee this gets like a big release. You know what I mean? Plus, like,
it always just seems so strange. I'm like, Ryan Reynolds never did anything with John Candy. Like, it's just weird that he is like very heavily involved in narrating this movie about a man who, I don't know, what? Why are you here?
Yeah, no, it is purely the Canadian thing, I think.
Was John Candy ever on SNL?
I think he appeared, but he was not like a regular.
Like he hosted, but he wasn't.
I don't even know if it was hosting. I think he may have like appeared. There was like times when those SCTV folks were on it. So I'm almost positive he has been on it. I don't know that he hosted or anything like that. I'm checking. He did host 83.
Okay. Because I was like, Lorne Michaels surely could have gotten a fucking John Candy documentary off the ground.
No, I mean, absolutely. I'm trying to see if he ever like cameoed beyond that. Oh my God. This ad is fucking ridiculous. He had 2 different cameos in 81 and 85, and he hosted in 83 and was supposed to host again, but it never happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, visit us at patreon.com/dissectingthe80s. You'll get our next episode, which is John Candy's Armed and Dangerous. That'll be on our Patreon roughly on the 1st of November. And then we'll be back here on the main feed with another John Candy episode that we have not figured out yet, but will be in the show notes for the episode that gets posted on the 1st. So check that out, a little preview, and we'll tell you what the next episode is. Thank you so very much for listening. I have been Trip Lano.
I will always be Andrew Lano.
You can never get enough
of the stuff.
Dissecting the 80s is a Chum Some of This production.